So, to put things bluntly in front of you all here today, in today's particular video we have a bit of an unplanned one, as I have just woken up to some very interesting information that is coming from Doc over on Twitter, a man that at this point needs no introduction. He is one of the main people behind Ninjago currently. He has essentially taken over the role of Tommy Andreasen ever since he of course left after Crystalized. So yeah, we have some interesting things to talk about today, and believe it or not, this isn't revolving around 2024 or anything like that. I'm going to assume that you have already actually read the title, so you guys should realistically kind of know what this is roughly about. But today, yeah, it's been a very mixed one, all things considered, and I have been seeing both a lot of love and a ton of hate for this in the Ninjago community, primarily on Twitter so far. So I just want to kind of like jump straight into this, because I know that if you guys don't use Twitter, then you are especially not going to have any idea what all of this is truly about. So first of all, I want to bring you guys this news, and then after we will be kind of like wrapping things up by talking about this whole situation, talking about what I think and what everybody else thinks. So, starting off here with the main thing that you guys all need to know, somebody, just a fan on Twitter, asks the following. So they say here, quote, "I know you were not around in 2011, but still I kind of liked to count season 11 to 15 as Masters of Spinjitzu, since it was still continuing the story from Masters of Spinjitzu. My question from 2019 is time different in the Netherrealm and Ninjago, or was Zane sent back in time?" And then Doc himself just goes ahead and responds very bluntly with the information we need, as he just says, quote, "Time passed differently." So you guys, I'm sure, are all familiar with season 11 and what kind of happened. Obviously, within the season, Lloyd kind of guessed. He didn't tell the ninja. This was like a guess just from what he had personally seen. He assumed that time worked differently there in the Netherrealm, and a lot of Ninjago fans ran with that. And yeah, it just made a lot of sense. I mean, bringing my own personal opinion into this here, I like this explanation a lot more, but then I remember that at some point in time after, Tommy Andreasen on Twitter almost kind of quote-unquote retconned this by saying that Aspheera actually sent Zane back in time. So it wasn't like time actually worked differently in the Netherrealm, it was just a case of Aspheera sending the ninja back in time, sending Zane back in time, all of that kind of thing, which made for a very interesting kind of concept in general, and the Ninjago fans were kind of at a weird point where it was like, well, what one is there to believe? Do we assume Lloyd's very own assumption given within the show that time just works differently, or do we assume that Zane was sent back in time? See what I mean? It was a bit of a strange toss-up between the two. But obviously now we do seem to have some sort of solid answer. But that is not where today's video ends, as somebody else here, which I'm going to go ahead and do the same for, they say the following. "Hey, regarding your previous tweet about the time in the Netherrealm passing differently, does that mean that people there aged faster too? And if so, is Tommy's statement about formlings aging differently still true? Thank you in advance if you answer this." And then Doc goes ahead and replies and essentially just clarifies that, well, let me read it out. He says, quote, "Everything Tommy has ever said is absolutely true." So, yeah, interesting stuff going on here. Again, it's still a bit of an interesting spot, all things considered, but me personally, I really do just much prefer the whole idea of, you know, time working differently in the Netherrealm, and as people on Twitter have also been pointing out, it's not like this is a new concept either, because of course we had the whole pirates existing like 200 years before, so, you know, there's always been this strange thing with other realms and, you know, other realms and different logics, different laws of physics, all of that kind of stuff, and with that, obviously, time also working differently. You know, it all slots together perfectly, I think, and it also helps to just kind of create a bit more diversity between the realms instead of everything existing in the exact same way, you know? It just makes it more interesting, and it also makes a lot more sense, because then we also have to believe that Aspheera essentially controls time to a degree, and yeah, I don't know, things just get quite sticky, kind of strange, but yeah, that's basically going to conclude this particular video here, so hopefully you did enjoy this one, hopefully you did all appreciate this bit of a, you know, a bit of a news update for all of you in case you guys weren't aware, but that's going to conclude it from me here. So with all of this being said, before you guys do head out, feel free to leave any of your own thoughts on this down below in that comment section. I would love to hear your own thoughts on all of this. As usual though, if you did enjoy this video here, go ahead and drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel for more, and also while you guys are down there, go ahead and of course hit that notification bell so that you can keep up to date on all of my new content whenever I do post it, and I will see you all very soon for a new video, so catch you all soon. Goodbye, everybody.